Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. My name is Raghavinder, and we already know that we are doing it for today's series, DevOps Bootcamp 2026. So thank you so much for your support and watching our videos continuously. And please share with your friends and subscribe to the channel, and also ask your friends or colleagues to comment if they have any doubts, any clarifications, or any suggestions, so that we both can improve ourselves. So this is a day four, and we already explored the Linux. Now we are exploring the shell scripting basics. Today it will be basics, and tomorrow it will be a advanced class. In the advanced class, so we will explore practically. But now today in today's class we will be seeing like all the commands and the scripts. So how we are going to write in the shell script. So don't miss the video. So please watch till the end. So I will complete as soon as like within 10 minutes itself. I want to complete the complete video. And if you want this complete PPT, just let me know in the comments so I can share it with you. Thank you so much for watching. Let's get started. So automate Linux tasks using Bash scripts. So we are doing many things on the Linux side. So to reduce the time and efforts, so we use shell scripts to automate the task. So why script instead of typing commands? So every automation tool you will use later, Jenkins, Ansible, cron, so is really just running scripts. So DevOps is a culture. DevOps is not a skill. DevOps is a culture, right? So one of the important tasks which we need to do is to make things automate. That is our one of the primary responsibilities, because here we need to do a lot of things like doing pipelines and all. So we should make things automate. Okay. So repeatability, run the exact same steps every time with zero typos. Speed, 10 manual commands became one command. Documentation, the script itself records exactly what processes and automation is ready. Scripts plug straight into cron, Jenkins, and CI/CD. That is why we use script instead of typing the commands. So anatomy of bash script. So every script you write this series start from this same shape. So here the shape, and we use the so slash bin slash bash for bash scripting. So the shebang tells the OS which interpreter to use, and then we enter the command. We write the comment, so hash command. So we use the backs up the app directory. So we are commenting anything you can comment. So it will have the details of the script. You can write with the using the hash, so that other uh, engineer or any other colleague or any other person can able to understand it easily. So where we use value no space around is equals to when assigning. Okay, so here we have used src. Okay, and we have given a path. Src means the source. So we have given a path, but we are not using any space in between them. So these are the basic anatomy of bash script, and we are using we make the script executable before you run it. So here we have the ch mode, and here we have the echo backup complete. So we are making it executable. So variables in Bash, no types, declarations, just names and values. So we are giving the like assign no space. So as we discussed, we are not using any space, and read variable always prefix with the variable which have to read. So prefix with the dollar, and arithmetic goes inside the double parentheses. So the all arithmetic operations will be in the double parentheses, and Export makes a variable visible to child processes. Export will in the child variables, it will be visible if we use the export. So arguments and user input make your script flexible instead of hard coded. So we need to make it easy, right? So instead of if you are still making it hard coded and doing everything manually and make the other person also feels heavy, then there is no use of using the DevOps, using all these things. So to make things easier and automated, so we are doing all these things, right? So the script's own name dollar zero. Here we are using echo script name dollar zero and position arguments in order. So first argument, second argument, see these are the argument, and then all argument as a list. If you want all arguments as a list, dollar at the rate, and the number of argument passed, so dollar and hash. Here is a prompt for interactive input mid script. We are just saying it to read. Okay. Conditions. If we use the else if in normal programming language and else. So let your script make decisions instead of always doing the same thing. So decision making, anyhow, if you are from programming background or if you have any knowledge on the programming, so you'll get to know the idea of how the if else works, how the if and else if works and all. So here we have the program, and we are saying like if this if this works, then output will be echo critical diskette uh, disk, and if else if this is not true, then it will warn, then it will say okay. So every if block must close with 5, and the space matters, needs the brackets padded. So use elif to chain conditions instead of nesting if statements. So we are changing the if else, we are chaining the if else. So that's why we are using the elif in the bash scripts. So comparison operators cheat table. So we have used all the comparison operators here. Numbers and strings use different operators. A classic bash gotcha. So equal to we use this one in the numbers, and not equal to we use ne, and greater than we use gt, and less than we use lt, and greater or equal we use ge. So in the strings we use e- the same symbols we use for not equal to, and minus z is not empty string and minus n is not empty. If you look at here, so we are saying name is equal to Raghav, and then if count is equal to 0, then okay. So in this, these are the strings, right? So name. So you have using variables. So for that one, we are using is equals to. Then the numbers, when it comes to numbers, we are using this minus eq, as we are saying it equal. So loops, repeat an action once for every item in the list. So to have I think you have already have some understanding about the loops. So when the loops occurs, so we'll write this type of script. So a loop over a list, loop over a range. So for a list, for loop, we are using like just in JavaScript or any other programming language. We use different type of loops, right? So server in Web1, Web2, and DB do echo pinging servers. Now for I in 120, so we are saying the range. We are saying the Web1, Web2, DB. So for the list we use a different, and for the range we use different. While loop. So keeps on keeps going as long as conditions stays true, perfect for health checks. So this applies in most of the programming languages. So while loop till it is true, it constantly running the program. So this exact pattern shows up constantly in deploy scripts, waiting for the container, a part or a database to become ready. And functions, these are the functions. So wrap repeated logic into a name you can call again and again. So local server one, local message $2. So echo. So date, we're giving everything. Then we are running the function. Log message info start deployment. So log message error if error occurs. So say build failed. So we are saying this instead of the if and those conditions. So exit codes and error handling. A script that fails silently is worse than one that doesn't run at all. So if it is running the production, then everything is gone right. So a client is not happy, you're not happy. So your user is also not happy. So if we are not running, if we are not deploying anything, so then it's fine. But if you are running and it keeps on failing, then and if you're not noticing anything, then it will be a big disaster. So echo dollar and question shows the exit code of the last command. Zero means success. So set minus E stops the whole script instantly any command fails. Set minus U errors out if reference and undefined variable. Command pipe exit one, exit manually with a custom failure code. So best practice, start every production script with slash bin slash bash, then use EUO pipe fail. So we'll execute all these scripts in our shell scripting advance so that you will have the better understanding for that. So a real world backup script. So every concept from today combined into one script you could run on a real server. So every concept we have discussed about this, we have else, okay, and we also for loop. So it is a backup script. So we are combining everything here. So when your script breaks, for most that solves 90% of bash bugs. So if you use these four moves, then you don't like 90% of the time you don't see any bugs there. So bash minus x script dot sh. So run a debug mode. Prints every command as it executes. You could run this bash minus x and then file name. Shell check scripts dot sh. Link your script for common mistakes before running it. And echo debug $var. So old fashioned, still effective, print values as you go. Set minus x or set plus x. Turn debug tracing on and off inside the script itself. So these are the things you can use for the debugging or to prevent your script. Okay. So here is the cheat sheet. So you can the building blocks of every bash script right. So slash gen slash bash and var val. So $1 we have already discussed this and repeat my if I for done while loop done functions. Okay, this also we have discussed. So we have discussed all the almost every building block of the bash script in these slides. So that's about today's class. So I already told you that I'll finish this session as soon as possible because from tomorrow we'll be working on the script. So that will be a bit practical and we can both explore. So we have discussed the today we have discussed the variable conditions and loops, different type of loops, and what they use to prevent all the errors and all. And a script is just Linux command saves to a file starting with a slash ben and slash bash. So that's about today's class. I'm excited to for the tomorrow's class. So please do like, subscribe, and share with your friends. If you have any suggestions, any doubt, or anything in your mind, just comment that in below so that we can both discuss in tomorrow's class. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.